An update now on breaking news we brought you at the top of the newscast. St. Louis police tell us a carjacking triggered a police chase that ended at Interstate 70 in Adelaide a little before 10 this morning. The carjacking happened at Natural Bridge in Newstead around 8:30. 2 people are in custody. Officers tell us one of the people in the car tried to run off but was caught on the off-ramp at Adelaide. We're told no weapons have been found. Stay with 5 on your side on air and online for updates. Well, there is a lot to unpack after former President Trump's new running mate, J.D. Vance, introduced himself to voters last night at the Republican National Convention. This afternoon, our Verified team looks into some of the claims he made. Here's Casey Decker.
My name is J.D. Vance from the great state of Ohio.
Republican vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance introduced himself to voters with a speech at the party's national convention. We verified some of the claims he made using these sources. Vance began his speech talking about his impoverished upbringing in Ohio. He claimed that when he was growing up, then Senator Joe Biden supported several policies Vance says were harmful to communities like his. And he claimed Donald Trump opposed all those policies. Specifically, he referenced NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, and the invasion of Iraq.
And somehow, a real estate developer from New York City by the name of Donald J. Trump was right on all of these issues while Biden was wrong.
We can verify it's true that Biden supported those policies while he was a senator. He voted yes on NAFTA and on the authorization for use of military force that became the legal basis for the Iraq War. But Vance's claim that Trump opposed those policies is misleading. It's true that Trump opposed NAFTA. He's on the record as one of the most prominent opponents of the trade deal at the time it was proposed. But Trump did not oppose the Iraq War. He was mostly ambivalent on it at the time. In 2002, before the war began, he actually expressed mild support for invading. Radio host Howard Stern asked him, "Are you for invading Iraq?" And Trump replied, "Yeah, I guess so." In 2003, at the start of the war, Trump waffled, at one time calling the war a tremendous success, before later calling it a mess. And in 2004, Trump was firmly opposed, but at this point, so were a majority of Americans, according to some polls. Vance also praised former President Trump for his handling of the economy while in office, crediting him for an historic increase in wages.
They stagnated for pretty much my entire life until President Donald J. Trump came along. Workers' wages went through the roof.
This claim needs context. It's true that during Trump's term, median inflation-adjusted earnings rose more rapidly than in any other presidential term since Vance was born. But that number is somewhat deceptive. When COVID hit, lots of people were laid off, but layoffs mostly affected low-wage workers. Since there were now fewer people in the bottom wage tiers, the median wage got a boost. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
What would you like for us to verify? You can email us at verify@ksdk.com.